Good morning everybody. Here's a bike that's not been on my channel before, and you'll think, Continental GT. No, it's not actually. It's a limited edition Electra XR, and I only made 50, and I was lucky enough to get one. I'm not sure what number this one is yet. We're still waiting to hear from the Royal Enfield which number it is. There was a couple of little badges on the forks that have been removed, which tells you what number it was out of the 50, but I will find out. And this bike is a 5-speed, as you can see. I thought, yeah, fiberglass tank. No, it's alloy, proper alloy tank. I would have preferred a silver one, but you don't get to choose when there's only 50 ever made. This bike was built by Sony and Squire, who were the Royal Enfield importers at the time, and it's registered as 2009, but they used it to show at the NEC in 2007. And that was when it was made. So it's a 2007 bike, but registered 2009. It's electric start. It's got the dreaded sprag clutch problems, I expect, but it does start on the key. Yeah, it's got Avon Road Rider tyres, front and back, which I fully approve of. Disc brake on the front. Wants a good polish, like everything else. It's not to be confused with the Clubman. The Clubman was a different model. It had a nacelle up here, like the Bullet has. But this one's got a separate headlight. It's got rev counter and speedo. Bit quirky because the speedo face, it says Royal Enfield XR. The speed is in miles per hour, but the mileometer is actually kilometres. It actually says kilometres there. So I expect they changed the face, but didn't get to change all the internals. But anyway, it's got a fuel gauge, which is always a bonus if it works properly. It seems to register that there's fuel in it. It's got a decompressor, which has been changed from there to here, which is not a bad thing because you can stop it on that, and that saves the engine bouncing back on compression when you stop it, which buggers the sprag clutches up. Yeah, rare bike, one of only 50. I've got a 500 bullet cast iron one, which I've been robbing little bits and pieces off it as I need them and replacing them with new stuff as and when it turns up. And I was going to build something like this along these lines, but I don't need to now, do I? So it's a good looking little bike, and it's so light. That's the thing. I think they say it weighs 155 kilos. It's so light. And it's comfortable to sit on. It's had the bars changed. They should have ace bars in there, turned down, but that will suit me just fine, those bars. It's got a manual choke because it came from Watsonians with a Del Auto carb, and it's had an Amel concentric Mark 1 concentric put on it, a new one. There's a bucket load of invoices from Hitchcock's for different bits and pieces that the guy got from it, or got for it I should say. But yeah, what a pretty little bike. I can see myself looning around the countryside with that. It doesn't just end there. Like I say, it's a 5-speed box in this one. The engine has been tuned slightly, and it's according to what's only in their 30 horsepower, which is an improvement over the 500 bullet. It's supposed to be 30% more power than the standard version of this. It's the AVL engine, which was developed for Royal Enfield, and I think the criteria was it has to fit into a bullet frame on the original mountings. The crankcases look very similar, very similar. I don't know if there is any difference, to be quite honest with you, but the oil pumps, where you've got the little reciprocating oil pumps, you haven't got them on this one. It's gear pumps in there, but it's still driven off the same oil pump drive shaft, so you're still going to have to let it warm up gently. But it's an all alloy engine. Looks like it's, I'm going to have to check the carburation on it. It looks like it's running quite weak because it's blued the downpipe. I've got some stuff to get the blue off that. I might give it a go with that, but not today. So there we are, a bike you've probably never seen, or you've probably seen bikes that look like it, Royal Enfield on, but they're unless they're red, they're not this one. I think Motorcycle News commissioned them to build a limited edition version, and I think this is what it is. It's what it is. It's a Motorcycle News version, but they only built 50 in total. Then they went on to slightly different models, but yeah, Watsonian and Squire, I thought they were just into sidecars. Didn't know they actually. I remember that they were the importers for Royal Enfield at one time, but they weren't afraid to get involved and build projects, and this is one of them. I'm not a great fan of the chrome toolboxes down here. They're not the right shape, are they? They don't look right to me, but maybe I'll black them. I don't know. But the side panel badges have been taken off as well. It could have been ordered with that the badges deleted. You could do that. That's a proper sporty little thing. I think that will do quite nicely, thank you. What do you think, Puss? Do you think it'll be nice? Wait. Yeah, what do you think then? Any good? Eat a blade of grass and think about it. Yeah, so this is something different for the stable. I've always sort of wanted a calf racer of some description, and this just about fits the bill. This has got a 19-tooth gearbox sprocket on this one, and I've got a letter from Watsonian and Royal Enfield saying with the bigger carburettor and a free flow exhaust, and the work that's been done on the head, they're 30% more power than the standard one, and with the taller gearing they should be able to do 80 mile an hour, cruise at 80 mile an hour, and on a windless day on flat ground should be able to do 100. That's what it says in the letter. I'm only the messenger. Yes, well, don't keep pulling my leg about. So does this meet your approval then, Puss? Yeah, I've only just picked it up. It's not on the road yet, so I will be putting it on the road at some point. But there you are. I've got a price list for all the parts that I've put on this, if you want to replace them and that. And the tanks work out about, this is 2007 prices, that's the price list for them. The tanks were £575 painted, and 220 quid for the seat and cowl on the back. These were twice the price of a 350 bullet, a standard bullet at the time. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That's in the days when Royal Enfield was still trading as Royal Enfield Motors. See that one there? Royal Enfield Motors. Oh, I thought I'd just show you something different. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.